Welcome back, guys. So you guys know the routine. Let's import that low poly. Let's go grab that from the low poly folder, Trim2 underscore low, and let's hit OK. Brought this baby in. This is only 4 faces. That's amazing. Let's go to our texture set settings and go to bake mesh maps. I'm going to do 4K. Grab that high poly. Trim2 underscore high. Change that frontal distance. Anti-aliasing 8x8. And let's start baking. Now the baking is complete. Let's hit OK. These came out flawless as expected. So let's go down to the smart materials and let's grab that material that we added for the Trim1. So that was the glass film dirty mirror. I don't know who comes up with these names, but I think we might need to have a talk. So let's go to the glass layer and let's up the roughness. This looks good. Now then we can close this out, and typically I'd name this base color, but I don't think it's necessary. This is going to be really quick and simple. Now I'm going to grab that sci-fi material here, that fabric, and I have to drop down, change this first material here color to a lighter white gray color. And then I'd go over to the mask, then make my way to the hex pattern. And now we can upscale this a bit. So if you uncheck this lock button, you can change these separately. So the height, and then the length of these. And this looks fine right here. So now I'll scroll down to grayscale and I'll down this a bit to make it a bit darker. Now, still in the folder, I'll make my way to the bottom where it says base color, and I'll make this black. Now we'll go back to the top of the folder, close it out, right click on that layer, and add a black mask. And we just want to emphasize on it. Let's hit tab to go to maximize this viewport. And what I want to do is just drag this along here in this top rectangular box. That looks good, and I think I'm happy with these results. Actually, what I'll do is hit tab to minimize that a bit more, and what I'll do is drag that other material, the chrome blue, drag and drop this on top of here, and I'll bring this to the bottom. And now I'll go back to the glass film dirty mirror, right click and add a white mask like we did previously. And I'm gonna go to brushes, grab our famous artistic heavy sponge, and down the stroke opacity a bit, as well as the flow. And let's just dirty this up a bit. And if you let go of the mouse and click and add another layer, you can make it even more pronounced if need be. And Substance Painter is really known for the grungy look. So not making things too grungy can help you in some situations, because seeing the grunge look is a little, I don't know, overwhelming, because everyone, when they first start playing around with Substance Painter, they like to make everything grungy and dirty. You see that a lot with a lot of, fairly new artists. So staying away from that can help you in a lot of cases. So let's start exporting this texture. It looks good. Let's go to File, Export Textures. go to our directory. Now we're in the low poly folder. Let's create a new folder and let's name this Trim2 underscore textures. And we can select this folder, grab our Unreal Engine 4 packed, change the size. I'm going to do 4K. You guys can do 2K or whatever you choose, and we can export this out. And remember, while this is exporting, you don't have to do this, but this is just something I do for organization, and that's drag the low poly model into the perspective folder, which is Trim2 textures, and get rid of that MTL. And this is really important because once we go to the next step in Unreal, we can just drag and drop the entire folder, and then it'll make it a lot easier for us. So without further ado, good job guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.